What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Bomber Gang Garage. Today, we are going to be working on this engine I got over here on the stand. This engine right here is a 5.2 Magnum V8 out of a 92 Dodge Dakota. This is my truck's engine. Unfortunately, I'm down a truck, clearly. But that being said, when I got the truck, it was just basically primed in white, flat white primer, so it never really had a good paint job, and the primer was fading in spots. Surface rust was starting to build up, nothing major. So that being said, I'm doing body work, kind of doing like a restoration on my truck. So we got it all torn apart. Trans is out, four-wheel drive is out. Engine, the main topic. So, let's get into it. What we got going on is a rebuild. I'm going to take this opportunity to show the internet that really anybody can work on a V8. They're not rocket science per se, although depends on who you ask. Okay guys, let's get up to speed on what I've done so far. As of right now, basically, we just have the block stripped down from all of the accessories. Water pump, intake manifold, valve covers, all the accessories, all gone. Get them out of the way. We don't need them right now. For this video and the purpose of this video, we're just going to be mainly going over the block for now. But that being said, let me just give you a little show and tell, a little tour. We're going to do a little bit of a transmission refresh at some point. I've never had any issues with this drivetrain other than, like I said, the engine noise. So no slipping or anything like that. So basically we can just fresh gaskets, new filter, call that good type of deal. The body work will be filmed off and on. I'm sure I'll take you guys along for the ride of that somewhat. Body work to me just doesn't really seem like something very fun to document. Maybe you guys feel otherwise. Please let me know if that's the case. I have here my parts shelf with basically everything that's important, all the accessories that I'm going to use, some new parts in the boxes, whatnot, like that, you know, good stuff. Refreshing things. I mean, I'll be honest, a little gloss black can of paint can go a long way. And since these are engine components and they go inside the engine bay and it can get really hot, especially in the summertime, I just use I just use this right here. Good old VHT engine enamel. This thing is rated for you know, whatever it says right there, 550 degrees. Here is the gigantic intake manifold. This thing is a sludge monster and definitely needs to be thoroughly cleaned and gone through, but we're gonna not deal with that right now. Here's some valve covers and some other parts here that still need to be cleaned or painted or just gone through, sifted through. We got the flywheel, the fuel rails and injectors. I mean, let's just be real. If you take a little gander, and I'm trying to show off my mess, but it's kind of a mess in here right now. It's an organized mess, but it's a mess nonetheless. But I'm gonna quit yapping. I think we got caught up and we're kind of on basis now. We kind of know, you guys know now where I'm at least. So with that being said, let's just start getting into this. Alright, now that I got all these removed, the rockers, I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to take them on over to the parts cleaner. We're going to let these start soaking, get all this carbon and muck off of here. Yeah, let's see, look at how, I mean, they're not terrible, but they're pretty sludgy. So, just going to set them all in the parts cleaner. And then soak for a little bit. Okay, here's the rockers after they've been cleaned, and this is before. So as you can see, a little cleaning can go a long way. A little elbow grease, as long as nothing's damaged and your parts are still in good condition, just clean them, reuse them, right? Save money. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay guys, I just pulled this rocker off of its bracket because I want to show you guys something here. Check this out. When you do decide, if you decide to clean your rockers, just make sure you pay attention to this groove right here. It's an oil galley groove, or whatever you want to call it. It's for the oil. And they are not the exact same. They're not mirrored. So you want to make sure that you keep a mental note of how this groove lines in with the groove in there. So just keep that in mind. Whoops. And as long as you take a mental note or a picture or whatever of that, and you should be good to go. Now that I got the rockers all nice and clean, I'm gonna go and get these push rods out and get those nice and clean. So we're just repeating the clean step with the push rods. So we're gonna go get these soaking in some cleaner and just keep grinding away. Gotta get all this nasty sludge off of this crap if we're gonna reuse it, that's for sure. Look at how much muck has come off of the parts that we've cleaned so far. I mean, that's pretty much just rockers, a couple of brackets, nothing crazy. So we're gonna go ahead and drop these in here, let them soak for a little bit, and then we're gonna come back and get them nice and clean. Also, if you're cleaning with a brush on certain things, definitely get yourself a brass brush. They're a lot softer. They won't leave scratches in your metal, so keep that in mind. Okay guys, check this out. We got a stripped on stud. What I went ahead and did is I took one of these little screwdriver attachment socket things. Got a bunch of them. Took one of those. That was a little too small to be on there. Gently hammered it on. Sprayed some penetrating oil. Now I'm gonna see if I can break this loose. I'll probably have to set the camera down though, because this is gonna require 2 hands. But wish me luck. And just like that, I swear this trick works like every time. Oh, never mind. I broke the socket. Well, this one was a little seized in, and I don't have a torch, so it was a little tighter than I expected. The socket actually snapped. Not a big deal. We got it with the good old never fill ya crescent wrench. The good old adjustable. So we got it. No harm, no foul. But dang. Lost a 1/4 inch socket. That ain't no good. And yeah, don't expect to get this stud out of whatever little socket screw bit thing you use, because yeah, good luck. At that point, yeah, I just go ahead and, oh, it's stuck in there. You get the idea. Put it where it belongs. Put it in the trash. Holy cow, this, how did I even get it on that tight? Crazy. Well guys, and just like that, you can definitely save yourself some money by just cleaning up your parts. Push rods are looking brand spanking new. Okay guys, let's hope we can get this head off with no issues. I went ahead and used some penetrating lube on all of the bolts already, so we got a bunch of them. Let's hope we can get all these head bolts off with no issues and keep cracking out this thing. We just got to get this thing tore down. That's step 1. Okay, we just got the okay, we just got the middle one crack loose. We got to get this other middle one crack loose, and we're going to work our way from the middle outward. Just doing a little crisscross applesauce all over the place. One down. Ugh. 2 down. Awesome. These are coming off as good as I could have hoped. So let's hope that they all just continue on this path. This is awesome. Oh, this one's tight. Oh, that one's tight. Why is that one so much tighter? Oh, than all the other ones. Whew. Okay. Oh, God, I just popped my elbow. Alright. Whew. Okay. Whew. Outer 2 left. Good to go. I should be using a bigger wrench. I should have a breaker bar. I don't know where my breaker bar is. So, gotta use the big guns. Alright. Oh my God. Oh, that's tight. Oh, fuck me. And this thing. Okay. This one is tight, you guys. Oh, yeah. Ah, there's a breaker bar. I just found one. Alright, let's try this again. Apparently that splits in half. I did not know that. Alright, try again. Oh, holy shit. Whew. Thank goodness I found this Jimmy Rig breaker bar over here. Oh, okay. And then this one. In the goddamn. This isn't. What the fuck? I'm scrapping this. What in the fuck is the point of that thing? All it does is fall into like fucking pieces. Alright. Okay. Woo woo. We got them all loose. It's getting hot in this garage. Either that or I'm just breaking a sweat. I think we got them all loose. Did I forget this one? Oh, no. Yeah, but we got them. Whew, we got them. Man, I'm gonna get arthritis in this first. From all my skateboarding and working on these damn engines. Which, yeah, that reminds me, if you guys want to see some skate sessions, let me know. I wouldn't mind filming some skateboarding. Alright, guys. We got this thing. All broke loose. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video and get this one off. Oh, that gasket. These iron blocks or iron heads, I should say. Iron heads are fucking heavy. Alright. Alright, we got both of the heads off. And looking at the head gasket, I mean, it doesn't look terrible. To be real, it doesn't look bad. Let's do this one. There's a little bit of corrosion, a little rust from the coolant. But all the firing rings look solid. See these little metallic rings? That's what I'm looking for. Any blowouts on these? Honestly, these head gaskets were doing their job. Those head gaskets were doing their job. So we know that there was no issue with the head gaskets. That's nice. I already checked this other head, and the valves look good. I have not checked this one yet. So let's just take a little peek here. Yeah, I mean, they look pretty. Is there a smudge there? Yeah, there's a smudge. They look really good. They look good. I don't see any detonation or any valve smacking damage, nothing like that. Follow me over here. I'm happy to say that the pistons, besides for a little bit of carbon buildup, look really good too. I don't see really any detonation, damage on any of these. Be a little easier to see probably when we get them cleaned up, but they look really good. I'm starting to wonder, what in the world am I hearing on this engine? Because, we might have a little detonation happening right here, it looks like. Maybe a little bit happening down there. Yeah, maybe a little detonation here, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Or it could just be a bunch of carbon. But hey, this is good news. So far, it's looking like we got a healthy engine for every build. So this is awesome, you guys. When you think you're done draining all the fluids, nope, you're just getting started. Let's see how much comes out of this block. I'm gonna say probably quite a bit. Let's set this down. Okay guys, just got the oil pan removed. It only took, 30,000 million different bolts around the side, and my hand to look like this. But on a brighter note, we're still looking pretty good. No big chunks of metal, no damage really that I can see obviously, so we're looking good. But yeah, I can't wait for my hands to not look like this every time I touch something. This is my least favorite part. Not that I might get a little greasy, but damn, she's a hog. Okay, let's take this crank pulley off. shit. Wasn't on all the way. Got a little nicked. She's fine. Oof. I think it's stuck on. I'm probably gonna need to get a hammer. Yep. Actually didn't really need that much. I just got a screwdriver and barely pried it off. But alright. Okay. Boy, this dampener... Ooh, she's pretty cracked up. Man, I think it's time she's getting replaced with this new build, which might as well, right? But yeah. So if you're wondering what I'm talking about, up here, this little rubber piece in between these two is the dampener, I guess, you know, it dampens the vibration. And when these things get all cracked out, they get dry rotted, and then the next thing you know, they break. And that's how you could, that might be bad if that breaks on you. Welcome back to Bomber Gang TV, maybe slash YouTube. We ain't messing around with this thing. You know what time it is. Oh my god! Oh my god! That's not what it looks like. First plan of attack is to get this crank pulley bolt off. I'm hoping that my impact will have enough torque to break it loose. Because if not, then we're gonna have to get a little creative. Thankfully, Dodge was looking out. And they did put a nice little groove there so you can catch a pry bar on there if you do need to break it loose by hand. But if we need to do that, I'm a little nervous putting too much downforce on the stand with the hardware I'm using. So we might have to get a little creative. Maybe get some blocks of wood or something just to help prop it up on this end. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. We'll be able to get it off with the impact. First try. Alright, we got the Ryobi ready to go. We got it on full blast. Let's see. Come on, baby. Break it loose. That is beautiful. You don't need a Milwaukee. Although they are nicer and more compact. Damn, good old Ryobi, saving the day. Well, taking the water pump gets most of your timing cover bolts out of the way. You still need to take this off, that one, and there's one there. So we got a couple left. Okay, we got our timing cover off, exposing the chain. The chain, to me, feels like it does have a good amount of play on both sides. But, you know, I'm not too familiar with how much slack these come with, so maybe this is a normal amount of slack, but it does feel a little sloppier than, you know, maybe I would like. But anyways, now we just gotta get this bolt out of here and get this cam sprocket off so we can get the chain off and start stripping this thing down the rest of the way. We're almost there. up, guys, we need to take these rod caps off. We're going to go ahead and start spinning this, breaking these loose, marking them. We're going to go 1 through 8, make sure we have them all labeled, make sure we have them pointing in the same exact direction as we take them off. You need to be thorough when you do this. Go ahead and put your crank bolt back in and a big ratchet. Rotate your engine until you get into a position where you can get these main cap bolts easily and accessibly. You don't want to be doing nothing crazy like this one, or look at that down there, you can't get those. So just go ahead, rotate it, work on what you can. You got 1, 2, we'll pop those out here in a second, and then we'll move on to these, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay guys, now that our pistons are removed, we need to start working on getting this crank out. So we got to get this oil pump out of the way, and then we need to take the main caps off. When you take your main caps off, you're going to want to start center and then evenly work your way out. Well guys, my bad about the way the camera was filming there. I did not realize the settings got messed up. Got it fixed, so we're back to full screen. Continuing on with the engine, we got to take off this retainer tray for the lifters and this distributor, and then the cam, and then we're good to go. We are done stripping down the engine. almost done stripping the engine down. We only have a few things left. We have a sensor back here for the crank position sensor. We have our distributor. And then lastly but not least, we still need to get our camshaft out of here. So I'm gonna go and grab my wrench and we're gonna get these things out of here. Look at all that sludge on there. Oh my goodness. Oh, this might not be the right size. And I just got it all gunked up. But thank goodness. Okay, I think I got the right size this time. Let's get this thing off of here. Oh yeah. That is disgusting. Look at that. Oh. That's freaking filthy. No. I'm not going to try and touch that with my finger, so we'll be here a quarter turn at a time. I'll be here all day, folks. Okay, well that was a battle, but I got the distributor off, and then, of course, this thing went flying and it broke, and I don't really know where that goes. Oh, that sucks. Oh, we were replacing the distributor anyways. I think it goes in here. That makes sense. Probably holds this thing in, maybe. Yeah, I bet you that's what it did. Sure. Okay, guys, we still need to get that gear out of there. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna come down here where the oil pump used to connect, and we're gonna push up on it. And we're just gonna get it on out of there. Okay, the last thing we gotta do to get this engine fully stripped down is to remove the camshaft, excuse me. In order to do that, we need to take these 3 bolts off right here and get this locking plate out of the way, and then we can easily just slide our camshaft out. Now that your plate is out of the way, you should be able to just twist and rotate your camshaft out. This one feels pretty tight because it's a high mileage engine, so I'm going to set my camera down because I don't have a tripod, and I'm going to work this thing out. Alright, this is the part that gets tricky. This is where you're going to need to carefully rotate this to get each lobe out of your way as you pull it out. It's official, guys. We finally have our short block now, fully stripped. I did leave this temp sensor back here on. We can get to that later. That doesn't really matter. So now that we have our engine fully stripped, we can start cleaning this thing and honing these cylinder walls. We'll be doing a lot of stuff. Mainly cleaning, because this thing is a nasty short block right now. But let's go look at our parts that we just took off. Check it out. A table full of greasy, sludgy engine components. My favorite. Except for those. We cleaned those earlier. But I think this is going to wrap it up for this video. So we got our short block fully stripped down. I have a organized, chaotic mess here. So in the next video, what we're going to be doing is cleaning any of the parts we're reusing, going over the new parts that we have, and I'll be showing you guys where there were signs of engine wear, because some of these parts definitely needed to be replaced a little while ago. You know, it's a high mileage engine. You're gonna get that. No big deal. So far, like I said, I don't see any reason why we're not gonna reuse this block and reuse most of these components. But stay tuned for the next video, and we will go take an in-depth look at all this. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the videos that I put out, and stay tuned. There will be more. And we got things that happened in the background. I'll give you a little sneak peek. We'll be going over that paint job and taking a look at that here shortly as well. So, stay tuned. Get to work out there. Get your cars looking right. Do what you gotta do. And I'll see you in the next one.